Hello and welcome to Did You Know Gaming Extra. Today we'll be looking at situations where the original source code to games has been lost. For those who don't know what a game's source code is, it's the original code that's written by programmers in a plain text format, using standard human-readable text such as letters, numbers, and punctuation. This code is then converted into a new build of code specifically compiled for a gaming system, which is what can be found on game discs and cartridges. Developers usually hold on to their source code for later use, such as a game's re-release, a remaster, updated revisions, or for any number of other reasons. Losing this original source code can be devastating for some teams, as it's effectively losing all of the groundwork that had been put into the project. And it isn't just small companies that lose this work. The source code for Square Enix's original release of Kingdom Hearts was almost lost entirely. Tetsuya Nomura, the game's director, made a statement about this when discussing the title's remake for Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix, saying, "Kingdom Hearts was created a long time ago. The original data was missing already. It was lost, so we had to research to dig out the original game and recreate everything for HD. It was not that easy." However, just because the source code has been lost does not mean that the game won't be put back together again. Resourceful and pragmatic developers are able to extract all the assets from a retail version of a game, and even reverse engineer a bulk of the game's code. Though tweaking or replacing a game's engine through a game engine recreation can be very costly and not worth the effort. This was unfortunately the case with Black Isle Studios' Icewind Dale 2, which will not get a remaster because the source code has been lost. After creating an enhanced edition of the original Icewind Dale, Black Isle considered giving their sequel the remake treatment as well. However, after searching their archives and even asking ex-developers in the off chance they had old development copies of the game, they realized that Icewind Dale 2's final source code had been completely lost. The license to the game had bounced around several companies, and it seems that the code was lost during the transfer of data to one of the new rights holders. Black Isle won't be attempting to make a re-release with incomplete code, which is probably a wise decision if the failings of another company are anything to go by. It seems that sometime before the Silent Hill HD collection began development, Konami had misplaced the source code for the original Silent Hill. The HD collection's developer, Hijinks Studios, actually had to use an early and incomplete backup of the game's original source code for the collection. According to the series developer, Tom Hewlett, Hijinks not only had to port the source code and address standard porting issues, but also finish up the game and remove bugs that weren't present in the title's original release. Hewlett told OneUp.com, "A lot of assets, such as textures and sounds, had to be taken out of the compiled game, and that brings with it a host of unique issues, especially taken on top of the tricky coding workarounds at play in the original games. We certainly had our hands full. I think at one point, Heather was blue." Although lost code can be a big blow to a developer or license holder, there is still hope. The company behind the hugely popular strategy series Starcraft, Blizzard Entertainment, lost the source code for the original Starcraft. Blizzard realized the code had been lost before they started development on Starcraft Remastered. Fortunately for Blizzard, a fan of the series who uses the alias Chemist49 found a backup of the final source code in a bulk eBay purchase and returned the disc to Blizzard. As thanks, Blizzard sent Chemist49 a copy of Overwatch, $250 in store credit, and an assortment of video game accessories and merchandise, and gave him an all-expenses-paid trip to BlizzCon. Funnily enough, returning the source code to Blizzard didn't help them develop StarCraft Remastered, as they'd already remade most of the game from scratch by the time the source code got to them. It will, however, serve as an important reference piece, and the ordeal as a whole will be a learning experience for Blizzard. And now it's time for this episode's random piece of trivia. Today we're talking about the classic NES title that defined gaming for many, Super Mario Bros. The game's blooper enemies only appear in the title's water levels, but they can also be hacked into regular levels, and will use the same behavior. Even though touching the bloopers underwater will lead to instant damage, it's possible to jump on the bloopers to kill them when they are not submerged in water. This rewards the player with 1,000 points, which is never seen in the original game. Since bloopers appear in non-water levels in the Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2 and award 1,000 points in that game as well, it's possible that this behavior was intended to appear in the original game. That's all for today, but as you know, we can't end a video without saying thank you to our Patreons. They are scrolling past on the screen right now, and if you would like to be part of the party, then check out the link in the description down below. And now we're back to the fun video game bits. So enjoy it.
I'll be right back.
And today we have Ethan from Heavy Rain reading the top patrons.
Jason!
Ethan, that's not the one I've got on my list there.
Jason!
No, Ethan, Malcavio is first. And then,
Jason!
no, not Jason, Three Master Gamers, isn't it? And then it's Vitas Varnas.
Jason!
Stop saying Jason, Ethan!
Jason!
It's Robert Cox, Hector Imarillo.
Jason!
No, not Jason, your boy Beowulf. Straight up Yuri.
Jason!
Not Jason, god damn, it's Pandion. Jackie Hernandez. Octo Tiggy.
Jason!
Ken 1111. I don't know how many ones. And Fat Man Summer. Stop! Fucking, where the fuck is Jason? Somebody get Jason over here. Sick of this shit. I can't work under these conditions. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to catch more trivia in the future. You could even check out the 2 videos on screen if you want to see more straight away. Be sure to leave the video a like and let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. My thoughts are, is a quiche just an omelette wrapped in pastry? Let me know in the comments down below.